Hi Scorpio, welcome to February and happy Valentine's Day. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. And before I do your reading, I want to call in some good energy and create some sacred space around this reading. And I want to say thank you for everyone who has liked and subscribed to my channel and shared my videos. And thank you for taking the time out to leave comments. I really enjoy reading all of them. And for those who avoided readings, thank you. I appreciate your support. And I've enjoyed working and meeting all of you. And if you're new, welcome. Hope you're enjoying the videos as much as I've enjoyed making them. So let's see what's coming up in February. We've got a new moon in Aquarius on the 4th. And we've got a full moon in Virgo on the 19th. And I'll get into the astrology later. But let's see what the cards have to say about love. I'm doing a love reading this month because Valentine's Day, in honor of Valentine's Day. So what does Scorpio need to know about love and relationships? But you know, the way the cards work, you can ask about love, but if your energy for the month is career, that's what's going to come out. So I just read the cards as they fall. Sometimes a month can be not really a love month, and it's more of a career month. Other times you can ask about career and love will come out, you know. We really don't know. Basically, you're just getting whatever's important for this month will come. The message will come out in the cards. So, I just go with the flow. But let's see what's happening with Scorpio in terms of love and relationships for February. What does Scorpio need to know? What does Scorpio need to know about love and relationships in February 2019? Okay, I think we got enough. Let's see. The 9 of Pentacles. The 2 of Pentacles. The High Priestess. The Ace of Wands, the Strength card, the 5 of Pentacles, the 7 of Pentacles, the Justice card, the 8 of Cups, and the 8 of Pentacles. There we go. It's a career thing. Well, it could be love too, but... Alright, so you have the 9 of Pentacles. You have all these Pentacles and Wands. The 9 of Pentacles, you're doing okay. Well, you've reached a stage in your life where you're feeling comfortable in your own skin. And you're surrounded by things that bring you joy. Things, you know. Maybe you're working 2 jobs, or you've got a lot of irons in the fire. You're keeping yourself busy. But you're feeling lonely. You're feeling like, I want to share my life with someone. It's not enough to have material things. I want to have a relationship. I want to... You know, what good is having a house and a car and, you know, all these pretty things that I'm surrounded by? They're not people. They're not a relationship. I want a connection. So this is, you know, you're really going to be focused on making that connection in February, or wanting that, at least taking steps to plant some seeds. With the 2 of Pentacles, you're juggling. It's like you're avoiding that issue. You're avoiding the need to be in a relationship by burying yourself in work. So you're focused on a job or a career path. You might be even trying to make more money to pay bills because you know you have this 5 of Pentacles here, which can sometimes mean financial instability. So, and you're pretending everything's okay. I'm good, I'm good. Telling everybody, people ask you, how you doing? Oh, I'm fine, I'm great. But you know deep inside that you're feeling like something's missing. Like, I want a partner. I want a relationship. I want to share my life with someone. So, the High Priestess is here as the base of the problem. This is telling me that you need to use your intuition. Things are happening behind the scenes you may not be aware of. You can't see them on the, you know, with your eyes. You have to see with your inner eye. You have to close your eyes and let your intuition guide you. So if you're having a certain intuitive feelings about someone, go with that, because it won't steer you wrong. You might even be dating more than one person, or you might be interested in more than one person and trying to figure out, who do I devote my energy to? The Ace of Wands is a new beginning. So you have an opportunity which you might have already started, since this is like it's a recent past influence. So you might have already started something new, or things like the ball has started to roll. It may not be finished. It might not, you haven't reached completion, but you've planted a seed and there's like this new energy coming in. And the Ace of Wands is an exciting energy. It's where you feel like taking action and you're really excited. It usually has to do with career or, taking action about something. So maybe you've decided like, hey, I want a relationship. I'm going to start, getting on social, these social networks to meet people. Or I'm going to get out with my friends more. I'm going to start doing things. I'm going to go join a, club or... and you may have already made plans to do that, because I'm seeing new energy coming in, new beginnings. But you have the Strength card here and the Five of Pentacles in the future. So you might be dealing with strong emotions that fluctuate, because the Strength card is about taming the beast within, taming that deep passion, so that you don't overreact in relationship situations or even in career situations. Like if someone pushes your buttons, you're kind of, that's like a volatile energy, the Strength card. Sometimes people with the Strength card have problems with anger. They don't know how to release their anger in a healthy way. The other way it could manifest is someone who doesn't know how to get their needs met without overreacting. So you have to learn how to calm yourself down in February. Because, Scorpio is a very passionate sign. And your feelings run deep. And sometimes, you go over the top with things because you're an all or nothing person. It's like you're either like 100% on like a fire hose, or you're like off completely, So you want to tame that. Try to find the middle ground in February. So if you really are interested in someone, you might be coming on too strong, or you might be too intense. And you don't want to do that. You want to just find that middle ground, like just, take it easy, take it light and breezy. The Five of Pentacles. This could it could work two ways. Either you have someone coming to you for help because they're going through a difficult time, and you're wanting to be there for them, and you're giving them comfort. And so that could be something coming up, that you're there for someone who's really needing help, who's been wounded by life and is needing some nurturing. So that could be one scenario. The other scenario with the Five of Pentacles is it's the card of someone who feels like they're on the outside looking in. You might be feeling cut off from your loved ones in February, like you're feeling a sense of isolation. I feel like, you're like alone, enjoying your life, enjoying your house, enjoying your material things, and you're not really reaching out to meet other people, or it's like, or you feel disconnected from your loved ones, like so family, friends. Maybe you're going through a depression. So this could be someone who's going through a depression. Either it could be you, but it could also be a partner, that you're helping a partner go through, deal with depression, or maybe the partner's feeling isolated and alone, and like there's no one they can turn to. And this person, sometimes the Strength card could mean psychological counseling. So if it's not you with the strong emotions and the anger issues, it could be someone else that may need to talk to a counselor because they're going through a difficult time. So you could be a real, strength for that person and to lead them in the right direction. This is also a card of feeling like you're not fitting in, like it's like you're a square peg in a round hole. So you may feel like your current path, whatever your path that you're on, is not fitting anymore. And you want to move on to something that's more meaningful, that's more... So it could be a relationship that's just not working, that's leaving you feeling unfulfilled. It could be a career path that's just become too routine, and you need to, you want more excitement, you want to grow, you want to develop. So you might be thinking about moving on in February. So you might be actually considering, what is it that I really need for my happiness? Because the Eight of Cups is about leaving something behind that was once good and is now not fulfilling, and you're moving on to something that's more fulfilling. You have the Seven of Pentacles. You're planting seeds, and you're waiting to see if they're going to grow. The Judgment card. So here, there could be a job offer even with the Ace of Wands, and you're waiting for the outcome. Like, maybe you've gone on an interview, or maybe you've met someone, and you're not sure if they like you or not. Where's this relationship going? That's the Seven of Pentacles. Where is this my career path going? Where is my life going? These are the questions. And if the answer is, I'm really not happy where I'm at, then you might be making the decision to move on, to take a different path with your career. Because you have this Apprentice card, so you might be thinking about going back to school or learning some more new skills so that you can move on, so that you're more marketable. Now, the Justice in your environment, if you're dealing with any kind of legal situation, the Justice represents a favorable outcome that is fair to both parties. It could also mean a decision that goes in your favor. So, like, if you're presenting yourself to a panel of judges, let's say, like on a job interview, you're applying for something, a job or a loan or a grant, some kind of thing. It's about people weighing all the factors and coming to a decision. But usually the Justice card in the upright position means a decision will be made in your favor. So you have a good chance of getting the job or the relationship or whatever it is you're applying for, whatever this new beginning represents. A decision will go in your favor. So, and you might be moving on. You might be moving away from a current situation. You might be moving away from a current relationship or a current career. Because the outcome is the Eight of Pentacles, which is the Apprentice card. It's about learning, taking a new path, and being at the beginning stages. So you can't expect too much from this new beginning yet, because you're just beginning. You're at the beginning of the path. As you get more experience, as you get more into it, it's going to bring more abundance. And maybe the path that you want to go on has something to do with intuition or psychic ability, because the High Priestess is here. She represents intuitive knowing. Like, you just know what's going on in a relationship, and you just know. Trust those gut feelings. You know what's going to happen. You can't explain why or how, but you just know. So let's see what's happening with the astrology. So you have the new moon in your 4th house. And that's being supported by Jupiter in your 2nd house. So if you're thinking about renovating your house, or making some new start, by buying a house even, Jupiter is supporting you, especially from the 2nd house. It's bringing in money. It's bringing in, you might be careful that you don't overspend, especially if you're doing some kind of renovation project. You might spend more money, you may take on more than you can handle. So you want to be careful with that. But the good thing is you have this new beginning in your home. Mercury's there, the sun and the moon are there, in Aquarius. So that's an exciting time. With Mercury there, you could be having a lot of conversations. You could be signing contracts. You could be working from home. Doing a lot of communicating. So maybe you're trying to set up a home office. Or you could be signing contracts like in the sale of a house, either the sale or the purchase of a new house. So that's a possibility. Saturn and Venus are in your third, well, Saturn is in your third house at the beginning of the month, and Venus is in Capricorn. So that can affect your relationship with your neighbors, friends, like family, like aunts, uncles, cousins, siblings, brothers and sisters. You may be having you may feel disconnected from, I feel like you're feeling, with Saturn and Venus and Capricorn in your third house, you're not feeling the love from your family. You're feeling just like kind of cut off from your family. So it may be a good idea to reach out to them. You have Neptune in your fifth house. So that could be a very creative time. Like if you're home and you're like locking yourself in your house and you're cut off from family and friends, it's a good time to create. It's a good time to either write or paint or draw or play music or dance, whatever it is that's creative to you. And you don't have to be a formal artist. You can just play with color and just get your emotions out. I think it would be very healing for you. Uranus is in the sixth house. So there could be some upsets at work, some surprises. But also, you have the potential to move on to some type of work environment that is very freeing. That is more, it's unique and innovative. It could involve technology. Because Uranus is in the sixth house. I mean, it's kind of shaking up your thoughts on service. Like how much, if you've been giving a lot and not getting enough back, you may tone that down a little bit. Uranus, you might just rebel. So you know what, I'm not doing it. I'm tired of being, carrying everybody's load and always being the one to sacrifice for everybody. You might just surprise your friends and family by erratic behavior. Like, no, I'm just gonna, I know I was gonna do this, but now I'm gonna do that. Or I'm just not gonna be as available. Maybe people are taking advantage of your kindness. Now, Venus is trining Uranus at this new moon also. So anything could happen. You could have a new romance can pop up out of nowhere. And it could involve a person that feels like a father figure. Or it could be someone that feels like a soulmate even, because Neptune in the fifth house. That's very dreamy, very romantic. But you have to be sure, Neptune is also a planet of illusion. Like you may, when you're in love with love. So you want to make sure you're seeing the person clearly. Now the full moon happens in your 11th house, 11th and 5th. So I feel like something is coming through completion at the full moon. Either, you're resolving an issue with friends and family, or you're resolving an issue with a lover or romance, because the 5th house, could be with children, or a new romance is coming together. So whatever you've started at the new moon, you're going to get the answer by the full moon. And Mars is in your 7th house with this full moon. So it's shaking up your relationships. You're going to be speaking up about what you need. But you have to be careful, because of the Strength card, that you don't go over the top and get angry and overreact. Because you have Pluto in the 3rd house. And with Saturn and Venus, you're really coming on strong, and you may get some flack back. So, let's see what else is going on. Uranus in the... Okay, you've got the Sun. You've got Mercury and Neptune in the 5th at this full moon. Venus is conjunct Saturn and Mercury is conjunct Neptune. It's not a warm and fuzzy time, and you might... Just don't believe everything you hear. So if someone comes to you with some kind of crazy story, just double check your facts. Because especially in the 5th house. Your kids may... If you have kids, they could be very creative, but they could also come up with some wild, crazy story. Or if you're in a new romance, maybe, don't believe everything you hear. Like this person might be all intense, hot and heavy. Just give it time, because with Neptune there, you don't know if you're seeing the person clearly. So, but other than that, if it's not a romance, there could be a new job or a new career path coming up in February. And that is probably more likely. I see you moving on to a new career opportunity. I see that more than the relationship, even though you could have a new beginning in love too. But if there's a new beginning in career or love, either one, the work that you're going to be doing, you're going to love it. It's going to be like honoring your inner child. You're going to really love the work, and you're going to have fun doing it. So don't be afraid to walk away from whatever's no longer serving you. Let it go. If someone wants to find you and connect with you, they will. You don't have to, embrace this new beginning. You're in a transitionary period, so it may feel a little weird until like the new takes root. For now, you're kind of clearing out. You're like raising your awareness, realizing, okay, I can't keep this juggling act up. At some point, I have to choose my path. You might have been trying different things on for size, different relationships or different work situations. Now you're kind of getting closer to knowing what you want, and you're working toward that goal. So it looks good. It looks good. So I hope you enjoyed this reading, Scorpio. Don't be afraid to move on to something better. Don't lose patience. If you're planting seeds, you will see them come to fruition. Just hang in there a little bit longer and trust your intuition. That's the most important thing. If you're getting a gut feeling about something or someone, trust that so much. You don't have to check in with everybody. Just trust it. Because it's going to be leading you onto a new path, a more prosperous and more happy path. So I hope you enjoyed this reading, Scorpio. If you want a private reading, just click on the link in the description box and we'll get you on the schedule. In the meantime, have a wonderful, happy Thanksgiving. And listen to me. Happy Valentine's Day. I've got November on my mind. Have a wonderful Valentine's Day. Have a wonderful February. And I will talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.